We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
Scott. Scott has been wanting to set up an outdoor theater since last summer. He's decided to go with Carl's Place hanging outdoor projector screen. He might be going for a very large 200-plus inch screen size. So despite the potentially huge screen, he's trying to keep the cost of everything low, and he's aiming for a $500 projector. He can find an Epson 1040 for around that price. Are there any $500 options that are better? I mean,
Not that I'm aware of.
Jeez. Maybe used, I guess.
I mean, that's a nice 3,000 lumen projector.
Yeah.
Because I immediately was like, what about the Epson 2030? Well, that's only 2,000 lumens.
Right.
So if you're going for this size of screen, you want all the lumens you can get. And yeah, the 1040 is a nice bright 3,000 lumen projector.
Yeah, business screen, projectors are what you're going to really want to look for here.
I suppose,
home theater projectors are made for rooms that have light control. Business projectors are not. They're also not made to be quiet. But then again, it's going to be you're outdoors,
and they're not made to have super accurate colors.
And you're outdoors.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of things and they don't usually have a lot of lens shifts and a bunch of other stuff, but you're kind of outdoors. Yeah. So, I'm guessing most time people have something like this. They set up their big screen, they get like a milk crate or something like that, and they put the projector on it, and they fire that thing. So it becomes very much a non-issue at that point about the everything else, basically how loud the projector is,
right.
All these other things becomes a non-issue. So look for light cannons that are business class, because the business class stuff is pretty inexpensive because of all the limitations that come along with it. Stuff we won't recommend for home theater for the exact reason that you don't care in this situation at all. So I don't have an option for you, but there are those out there, and that will give your Google foo the juice it needs to be good.
So the 1040 is not a terrible choice, though. So
no, it's good.
That's still in the running.
He's thinking he'll run a 5.0 or 5.0. Are you serious? Or a 5.1 speaker setup using his Denon AVR X1000 receiver and Yamaha NSAW350 all-weather speakers. Should he add a subwoofer? Yes. He's thinking it would be a pro sub from the likes of Behringer or Peavey. Would there be any issues connecting that kind of sub to his Denon? They usually don't have amps built in, which is actually a benefit. If you can keep your amp away from wherever it is that your subwoofer is going to end up being. There are options out there. What website was it? I was on Snap AV's website looking at this stuff. They have subs they bury in the ground, and they have like a little snorkel that comes out.
Yep. And
this, if you're only going to be doing this in your backyard, perfect solution. Call before you dig, number one.
Yep.
Okay. Seriously, dude, straight up call before you dig, because they will come out and check and make sure you're not going to hit something that they're going to charge you thousands of dollars for. And it's basically dig a big hole, throw it in there, wire it up, make sure it works, throw the dirt on top.
Those aren't super cheap, though. So
they're not. Nah. They're not. We discussed some of these PV and outdoor type speakers before, and they're not made to go super low. And then again, you're going to have a lot of bass that's just going to get swallowed up by the fact that they're outside in the real world anyways.
It's just going.
So I'm kind of at an impasse on this one. Like, what do I want to tell you? I want you to spend a little extra money to get that one you bury in the ground, just because I think it'll be awesome. But
I mean, maybe he's not keeping this out all year round, and he wants to be able to move it back indoors,
that's true.
His garage or something, or take it elsewhere.
That's true.
No, I mean, yeah, I'd be fine with going for a pro subwoofer, the type of DJ would use, right?
Yeah. And there's a lot of these that are meant to be all weather too. That's why the amplifier is separate, so you can just the amplifier stays inside where it's safe, and the speaker can sit out in the rain all year long and have.
If you want to make your life ever so slightly easier, go for one of the amps that can use, because they're either going to be an XLR or the TRS, which is the 1/4-inch jack, the large headphone jack type. Go for one of the ones that uses the large 1/4-inch headphone jack type, because that you can just use an RCA to 1/4-inch jack cable. There's no conversion to be done or anything like that. You can just come right from the subwoofer output of your X1000. It just happens to be a different jack on the other end, but that'll plug right in. But there's plenty of pro subwoofer amps that take that type of connection. You get that, and it's, there you go. Easy.
Yeah. I don't think I was very helpful in that one. Sorry. Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.